We want revolution.
Bookmarklets on standby.
Log online, fan page loaded and ready.
Player stats, loaded. Health check, go.
Weapons check. Eyes check, complete.
We have launched for the Informant podcast in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Informant Podcast, your new source for information regarding Mafia Wars from Zynga. Pistol Pete from Stockholm.
Live long and prosper.
And tonight I have with me Mig, Chainsaw Chester, Jana, Mig, Death by Gucci, and Jennifer, the Mafia Wars Loot Lady. So how's everybody doing tonight?
Awesome.
Great.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, Chester?
Oh, Mafia Wars. I'm just beat. We were up. I was up till 4. Jana and Mike were up till 6, 5 something.
2 nights in a row.
Yeah, working on the mock war. So the Love Hurts mock war that's going on, and we're just beat. So
Yeah.
all of the free time has gone straight into this. I've been creating spreadsheets out my hoo-ha. Just dealing with people, trying to get on into Skype. Skype doesn't work for squad anymore. It's really pissing me off because they have a link that you can click in to just jump yourself right into a room. No, of course not. That doesn't work. Even when people that are admins or creators or masters of the room, they're all there. It just doesn't work. We've done every option setting, everything I can do, but it's been bloody nuts.
It
We'll
has
talk
been.
about it more in the family segment.
Yes.
I'm off my soapbox.
How about you, Pete? How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm coming off a cold, just like I think everybody is these days. But because we here in Kansas, we get weather that changes on a daily basis. You know, I kind of really miss being back east, so that like at least you had weather that when it was cold for a while, and when it was hot for a while. But here it's like every other day. We went from like -3 a couple of days, you know, and then we went to like in the 40s the next day. I mean, it's just bizarre. It's the kind of weather that just makes you sick.
It's been
Literally.
doing that here, too. It
Yeah.
was negatives, and then today was 70 degrees.
Wow.
Crazy. So what's going on in Stockholm this week?
Fairly slow week. But I am gonna touch on booklets that have been out there for a little while that some people are asking about. One of the fans asked a question about, well, how do I get that slots achievement? You know, and I can see that, at least from experience, that it seems like it's a insurmountable task to get it, because you got to have a lot of clicks in order to get up to it. There's a spocklet over at Stockholm called The Slot Machine. It was written by Ike, and it was based on a bookmarklet we have that's called Loose Slots. It was Christina that asked this question, and what the slot machine allows you to do is to go in and you just run it on a daily basis, and everybody that's been participating, it gives you a chance to play their slots. And then it has in the top right hand corner of the spocklet, there's a little link that takes you to the homepage for it, and it'll show you stats over who's played, how many slots for the day. You can see who are active players. It gives you an opportunity to add them as friends if they're not. Each time you run the spocklet, it goes ahead and it shows you the amount of progress you've had since the last time you ran it. So you get to see how many people have clicked on your slot machine since the last time you've actually ran the spocklet. And then there's an opportunity for others that have already gotten the achievement to sort of contribute to the players by being able to play other people's slots, even though they've already gotten the achievement. So it does help some other people out there that haven't had a chance to do it. So I try to, in my particular case, at least play the machines once a day. I don't always remember. I should, because the checklist tells me I should do it, but I, sometimes get distracted and don't get around to it. So that's probably really all we have this week. It's not been an overwhelming week of activity in the game, other than a couple of things that I'm sure Jennifer can spend a lot more time on than I could. So I'll turn it over to her and let her fill us in on the broken hearts.
Oh, gosh.
You knew it was coming.
They hurt.
The official name is the Valentine's Day Love is Hard to Find combo event.
Combo event.
Yes, and the broken hearts are what they're called. They're broken.
Right.
Because they suck. They don't work. So lots of bugs here. For example, you're allowed to collect 20 a day from your Mafia, and you can find them on the Linkinator and the Getinator. And you'll go in and get 20 of them, and then you'll check back on your total, and it'll give you credit for like maybe half, like 10. And then people are getting the message that you've reached your limit for the day when they've hit like 5, and there's no tracking mechanism. So you have all these different ways to collect broken hearts, but you have no clue how many you've had in each category. And
Bummer.
it's just driving people batty. Like, people are not happy with this event. And because it's the weekend, nobody is there to fix anything. And
Right.
so I don't know if we're going to see a vast improvement on Monday, but the main thing to really think about this event is the rewards are not worth it. So I'm not going to stress out about these hearts.
I'm not either. I
Yeah.
haven't had time.
You'll go crazy because you'll open your 20 and you'll expect to see 20 more in your homepage that counts them for you, but it doesn't even count them right, and you'll get the wrong number.
hmm
In theory, you can get 10 from robbing, 10 from fighting, 10 from doing jobs, 20 from gifts, 10 from collecting on your Mafia's news feeds, and 5 from when people collect on your posts. And then you have the mini game, which will randomly drop, and you can get 1 to 5 on those. And I don't know how often that thing drops. I've gotten more than one in a day.
Right. And I've had no time at all, and I've had it at least 3 times.
Yeah, it's just a big mess. I think I called it a piece of work on my blog. And we have been complaining about the gifting events with the 3 items. People are getting sick of those, so I guess they tried to appease the people that were complaining, and they came up with something new, and it needs to be refined.
Yeah, and I think that's probably it. I don't think the idea behind it is that bad. I mean, encouraging people to play most aspects of the game is probably not horrible for an event, but it's just that, obviously there couldn't have been too much testing involved before this released because of so many bugs with it.
Yeah.
And I got to say, one of my biggest complaints about any of these events, and it's one of those things that I'm sure the mass populace of Mafia Wars players have this issue too. Stop popping up things. Just because we now got a heart does not mean we need a new pop-up window to tell us we got a heart.
Well, we do in robbing, because there's no way to tell when you rob.
Technically speaking, there is, because they could always add it as an item that's been received, just as if you've gotten a diamond or something like that. So I mean, I don't think there has to be a pop-up there even. The only thing there needs to be a pop-up for, I suppose, is the mini game that goes with it.
Right.
But that doesn't happen all the time, so don't give me the flippin' pop-up window every other time, because it's an annoyance. Especially like right now, we've got this mock war going on, and you're in the middle of fighting somebody, and then all of a sudden you get this lovely heart, and then it just interrupts your gameplay.
There's nothing that irritates me more if I'm about to ice someone and all of a sudden I get a pop-up.
And
Well,
then
that happened to
it
Mike
blocks you.
Yeah, Mike Nestor had that going on, and he got his heart pop up when he was almost ready to ice somebody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where it makes me nuts. Mostly, it always makes me nuts, but
Yeah, but I think they might have fixed that, because I haven't heard of that happening during fighting in the past
Right.
2 days. So hopefully,
The pop-ups?
in fighting, yeah.
Yeah, they still happen.
Fight.
It happened to me tonight.
Did you get one?
yeah, because
Uh-huh.
Pete just now started fighting.
Oh,
Yeah, I just now started fighting, so it's
you
fresh in my
manually
mind.
fighted for the first time.
Congratulations! I loved seeing your ice on the wall. I gotta say, and Jennifer
Yeah.
too. Both of you,
Even if it
had
was
nice
for the wrong
too.
team.
make me proud.
Which we're going to talk about the mock war, but we're going to
Yes.
let Chester do that.
Yes, we'll get to that.
These are just little hints and previews of what's to come. So the broken heart event's broken, but just get your hearts when they come. That's all I'm going to do.
Hey, Jennifer, there's a couple of questions that have come in that I think you could probably answer better than some of the rest of us. I'll tell you the both, and then you can go ahead and answer them whichever order you want to. But
Okay.
one of them was about Zynga time. There's a lot of questions about when these events come out and what is Zynga time and when can they anticipate. And then the other one was about the golden keys.
Okay.
And so I figured I'd let you answer both of them.
Zynga time is San Francisco
What time?
Zynga.
Zynga time is San Francisco time and is on the West Coast. Actually, Ike Meyer and I were talking about, Mike Nestor came up with the idea of actually putting a timer on the checklist so you can see Zynga time at all times if you use the checklist.
Yeah, we've actually gone a step further. There's actually a single bookmarklet called the ZST, which is Zynga Standard Time. And
that's funny.
And then what it does is it actually puts a little timer up on the top right up by your travel bar that shows you what the current time is in San Francisco time. So no matter where you're at in the world, then you'll be able to see that.
Oh, that's awesome. Is it out?
I think it is actually out on there. If not, I will make sure that it gets released since it's already been done.
Okay, I'll look for it.
Yeah.
I guess I don't just see the need as much. I just minus an hour.
Well, I am in Zynga time. So.
Yeah,
and I think the biggest problem is for those people that are overseas that you've got like an 8 or 9 hour difference between or greater, and not realizing when that is compared to where you're at.
Oh, I know. We've
and
seen
always
that
having
in
to
the war.
do the math. Yeah.
There were so many questions that came in about when the war was starting because we put Pacific Standard Time.
Right.
We should have put Zynga Standard Time, I guess.
That's right, and then had the little timer out there that they could have ran from a bookmarklet. Yeah.
We'll coin the new phrase. Then the golden treasure chest keys, you still get those when you open up mystery bags or secret drops, and on the daily take, I'm seeing them every now and then. But you need to go to your inventory page, click on filter, and then you'll see a search bar and just type in treasure chest or gold or whatever. And you go to the actual gold treasure chest. And if you have keys available, they'll be on there. So you have to actually click on the image to get the larger image, and then you'll see all your keys.
Oh.
So it's a lot of people ask about that. That's a very common question.
I forget sometimes when I get one to go back and open one.
Don't go to the key itself. You need to actually go to the treasure chest.
Right.
And then your keys are there. And at the bottom, it says how many you own, and you can unlock it.
Right.
And
I've never opened anything nice. So
I would save them for now because there doesn't seem the stuff that you can get right now isn't really all that awesome. In theory, you could get 1,000 reward points, but
that would be lovely.
Happened to me. I got 20 once, and I was excited. So that's the answer to those questions.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, we're going to take a short break, and we will be right back.
Hey, hello. This is Pierre with Savory Selections. Experience the tantalizing flavor of our raspberry creamsicle surprise. Let your mouth water over our double truffle malted chocolate sucking balls. Ah, yes. Savory selection. The passion, the flavor. Savory selection. Let your taste buds do the talking. Yes.
We're back on the Informant podcast with Miggs, Chainsaw, Chester, and the family life. Hey, Chester, you still alive?
Barely.
I know. It's kind of exhilarating.
Yeah, that euphoria you get because you haven't had any sleep and
is that what I'm on?
too much and you've clicked too much and you can't see 4 inches in front of your face anymore. All the little text on the screen just blurs into the same thing. I haven't played Mafia Wars in 2 days.
I know, isn't it a shame?
I was able to white ice one person. That's all I did. Posted it on the Love Hurts mock war page, and that was it. I was done.
That's all I've been able to do, too, so we're even.
Do you guys want to tell us about the Love Hurts mock war?
Oh, you're going to hear about it.
I don't know much about it.
It's consumed us this weekend.
Oh, God, has it?
I might have hallucinated a few times. Not sure.
Yes, so what happened is a couple days ago, we were approached by Zynga, somebody at Zynga, and said, hey, have you guys, who's done a mock war? What do you guys think about it? Oh, well, we think it's great. We've done them many, many times. And he said, well, I want to do one for St. Valentine's Day. What do you guys think? I was like, that's fine. He's like, but I need somebody to host it. And my dumb ass said,
oh, pick me! Oh, I know, me!
I'll do it. So I've been doing that, and then unfortunately, I enlisted people within my family, Meg, Jana, and Mike, who's also part of the show.
And my dumbass said, yeah.
Yeah, both of you guys are saying, okay.
I've had fun. I actually have. I'm exhausted, but I have had fun.
Absolutely. So what they did is they said, hey, let's get this thing together. So we start moving on. Pete starts helping out with some graphics and did our lovely logos. We got that on. Who else did logos? Was that Mark?
Mark Erdl. He put together the 2 different war page picks for the Killer Cupids and the Heartbreakers.
Yeah, so we had to have names. I was going for different names. But they had to get through legal or something like that through Zynga, so they wouldn't have gone well. So we have, the Heartbreakers and the Killer Cupids. Mm-hmm. And I was going for... What was I going for?
You had all kinds of crazy ideas that got nixed right off the
figures.
Yeah, the St. Valentine's Day Massacres versus My Bloody Valentine's.
That was the one he really wanted.
So. Yeah, that's the one I wanted. Anyway, we got some stupid Cupid and Heartbreaker.
Well, there's copyright stuff with yours.
I know. Well, no, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre is an event that actually happened in Boston.
Yeah, you're right.
They went in and killed a bunch of mob people.
Well, it is what it is.
And that's true. So what we did is we got together. We started getting the pages. Jana's been she's been my crutches for the last 2 days with Mike.
Yes.
They've helped out by getting the page up, pimping it out. We've been pimping out with the Loot Lady. Spockholm, did you do anything on your page?
Did you?
I posted something on the Informant podcast page about it, but I did not do anything on Spockholm.
Okay, so you didn't do it out there. But Zynga did. Jen helped write something for the blog, and it was approved, and it went up there on the Zynga blog.
A few times, even, he blasted, so awesome.
The fan page, too, yeah.
Yeah.
So right now, we're actually sitting at 2,381 people that have been in the mock.
Wow.
And we've steadily had people coming in, so.
Yeah, they keep streaming in. So what we've been doing is we've been adding people in bulk. Now, the reason why we wanted to do this mock war is, one, give people a taste of what is a war. Because there's a lot of people out there that aren't in families, and when they hear me talk about it, they're like, what the hell is he talking about? Well, now you know. So we've got these wars that are going on. We built spreadsheets. We took everybody that registered. We put them in 2 different spreadsheets, assigned them, grouped them with their families if they were in families, put them in there. Because we wanted to make sure that it was all random, so that we didn't have a heavy side, you didn't have a light side.
Right.
So you've got heavies on both, you've got mids and lowers on both, and everybody's in there beating the crap out of each other. So
they're having
basically,
fun.
I think they are.
It has been fun, yeah. I've never done a war before.
Yeah. So what you do is you have a spreadsheet, and you go in the spreadsheet and you say, okay, what's my level? Who do I think I can beat? And you go there and you start clicking on links. It opens up Mafia Wars, and you click attack. And if they're alive, then you go in there and you try to get your ice, and then you post it on the Love Hurts page. That's all a war is finding people on the opposing team, getting on their Mafia Wars page, attacking them until you ice them or kill them, and then posting it on your wall. That's a war. However, doing it by yourself, not so much fun. But when you're watching the wall and people are going through and posting these, and people will comment, hey, you did kill me, they start to have fun. They start to banter against each other.
And that's what we want.
That's what it's all about, is to get with other people that are doing the same thing that you are and having fun about it. Now, we've been trying to get people in the Skype rooms that we have, and it's been a big Skype fail. And you're supposed to be able to click on a link, it opens up Skype, and you get in. But no, it's a big Skype fail right now. It's killing me.
Well, there are some people in both rooms. I would like to see more, but there is some activity.
Yep. Now, we had issues at the beginning with links, so we had to redo all the links to get Google Docs to recognize it, because we didn't want big links there. We just have a little thing that says Mafia Wars link. Click on that, it opens it up, and it runs.
Right.
So that's what we're doing, is we're going through and we're trying to track everybody that comes in and get everybody on a team. So those of you that are listening to it now that have been on, great. Some of you got angry because we weren't able to get you on a team fast enough. Sorry. But when you have to deal with 3 different spreadsheets plus the main registration, and then try to answer all the questions in that, it gets a little difficult at times.
Yep.
So we apologize for that. So we've been doing mass ads, grouping people in.
And as it started, we did have everyone in that had registered before the war began. So
That's
it's the latecomers that are keeping us busy.
I have a question.
Yes.
One thing I keep seeing, and somebody started a discussion thread on it, is what is your view on, I know it's a mock war and we're trying to have fun, but people that are at a lower level that are entering, they're not happy that like a level 4,000 is going to pick on the level 150. Now, I understand in Mafia Wars that's not cool, but when we're in like a war like this, do those factors like level matter? What's your take on that?
No, it really depends. It comes down to morality.
Exactly. I look at somebody that's 200 and I can't do it.
Yeah.
I don't. I'll go down probably, if I'm 600, I'll go down probably to 500. But other than that, it's really not a sport, especially in a mock war. Yes, you are going to get iced by the bigger people, but they're going to hit you, and then they're going off, and they're hitting everybody else. So they're going from the bottom of the spreadsheet all the way up to the top, or they're going top down. So don't think that they're just going to sit on you. Again, this is for you to get a feel for what is a war, how do you interact, how do these things work, because if you decide that you want to be in a family later on, you got to build your character. You're going to realize, okay, I'm level 131. I'm getting beat by everybody and a bunch of people that are underneath me as well.
And I guarantee you, in a war, the heavies are going to hit you no matter what level you are. If you're alive or dead.
That. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the other thing to remember about it, too, at least from my perspective, because this was the first time I did it, and everybody knows that my account is not heavily into attacking and fighting, and so just because my level is high doesn't mean I couldn't be beat by someone significantly lower than me.
Absolutely.
Or the number of times I pick people off the list just to try, and try picking all the higher levels equivalent to me, and every one of them are a loss. So I keep moving down the list until I get to somebody that's reasonable to what and by the time it's down there, I'm like beating up on 400 levels.
And that's what the average fighter's going to do, is going to work down the list. Just see who you can take. So I think it's been a lot of fun.
I think most people have been honoring that and not, going for the new players. We all know level has nothing to do with anything in the game, but obviously if someone's at a 100 or 200 level, they're not as experienced in the game.
Correct. And there have been people that have come out and said, "Hey, I'm getting killed here. I want to get out." And that's fine.
And we've taken people off the spreadsheet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Even in wars, sometimes somebody will come in and say, "Look, I'm having family issues outside in real life." We'll actually take their link off and put them on like the no-fly list.
Oh, that's nice.
So, again, we're there to make a point and get what we want out of the engagement. We're not there to destroy everybody's real life and everything else. But one of the things that people have talked about in here is they're taking the links and then they're adding people to their rivals list, and then they go into their rivals list 20 minutes later or 2 minutes later, and it looks like everybody's alive. So as soon as you click on your rivals list, it looks like everybody's alive. You have to literally refresh it once or twice, or you have to attack somebody on there before it actually comes back and go, "Oh, well, my mistake. These people are dead." So
it took me 10 times yesterday.
I've noticed that too.
Zynga, please unfail yourself. You did a good job building it, and then you went and failed on us. So try to unfail that. Let us know as soon as we click on that rivals link. Go out there, find who's dead and alive, and just show it. That, my friends, would be a bonus.
And I really do love the feature.
It's nice.
It's an awesome feature. Absolutely awesome feature. So I want to do a shout-out to multiple people. I want to do it to Jana and Mike. Thank you, guys. I really do appreciate it. You guys have been absolutely great helping me. Pete, cool graphic, appreciate that. Mark Ertl, I can't believe you've got a talented bone in your body, but you kind of do. So well done putting those in for the 2 different team logos. Those are cool. We appreciate that. Loot Lady, thanks for posting us over there. Petrie, also thanks for posting us on the Informant podcast. I got to say, Mama Knockers,
Love you.
Love you. Thank you. You've helped us out a lot. We really, really appreciate it. And I want to say a big thanks to all of you that have participated in the Love Hurts Mock War. It's one of the largest I've been in, if not the largest one that I've ever participated in. And I just want to say thank you guys for trusting us, allowing me to host this for you. Yes, there are going to be hiccups here and there, but I think that she's running smooth now. And so for the next 24-something hours, well, by this time, when everybody listens to it, there'll only be like 8 or 9 hours left in it. But everybody, thanks for participating and having fun. Jennifer, give a shout out to somebody.
I'm going to give a shout out to a Zynga person. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing this right. Cheerlean Master. He's one of the super moderators on the forum board, and he did an amazing job with the forum question and answer session. And he put all the questions with the answers into one post, so you don't have to go through and read everything. Cool. And I just think he did a really good job with that, and it made a lot of lives easier to just read the questions and answers. So big shout out.
Cool. Jana.
I want to give a shout out to you and Mike, especially too. I know both of you are probably totally sick of me this weekend, but this has been a lot of fun, and I've had so much fun planning it with you guys. And everybody that signed up and has been a part of this has been a lot of fun. So that's my big shout out. I'm a little delirious.
Yep, Spocktonian.
I want to give a shout out to all the co-sponsors of the event. I mean, there's a lot of people that have put time, energy, and effort into getting it promoted and getting the word out about it. I want to give a shout out to Top Mafia, Jane Bossy, and Susan with THX, and John Sweeney. I'm going to shout out to Nate for asking us to put it together to begin with. The Mafia Wars Wiki, Jennifer for the stuff that she's done on her blog, the Mafia Wars Loot Lady. So I want to, just say thank you to everybody that's helped make this work. And then there's others that have come along the way, like Misty Dady with Mystified. She kind of came in and spreading the word about it too. So, and there's been others, and if I haven't mentioned everybody, I apologize. But there's only so much time in the show.
These poor people have to get going and do something else with their lives. So,
Yes.
Thanks for listening. Appreciate it. I want to thank everybody again for listening. Hey, Jen, where do you think they can find us?
They can find us on the web at informantpodcast.com. You can also find our fan page on facebook.com/Informant Podcast.
Or you can leave us an email at tip@informantpodcast.com.
Hey, I think you can also find us on Twitter at InformantPod.
And you can always leave us a rant on our rant hotline, which is 707-847-6852, 707-TIP-6852.
You have been listening to the Informant Podcast, the place where family is first.
I wanna cause, get 'em crashing to the brand new